So hey guys, good morning. So let's get started with today's session. So fine. So I'll just launch my Eclipse IDE. So I'm going to repeat yesterday's topic a bit. So because a lot of people felt that yesterday topic, a little bit confusing. So before that, can I know like anyone have any doubts from yesterday's topic? Can I know, guys? You can speak out if you want. Has everyone understood the topic or any doubts from yesterday's topic?
Uh,
Nagaveni?
from from my side, I'm not able to ask doubts also.
Okay. Not able to ask the doubts also, you mean to say?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Fine.
After 8 o'clock, what we started, we are not able to listen as we
Fine,
need
fine.
to
Understood
go.
the constructed part, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll clear the constructed part today. It will be clear for you. And if still there are any doubts, let me know. Okay. Pushkar, I didn't get you what you are typing in the chat box. What to understand constructor again?
Maybe he is clear.
You are saying clear with the constructed thing, Pushkar? Okay. See.
No, sir. Actually, I want constructor topic again.
Okay. You also want constructor topic again. Okay, fine. I'll cover. Don't worry. I'm on that only. Fine. So fine. Got to know that you guys understood something, but the class objects, initialization part, all those things were clear so far, right? Yeah, I'll tell you all those. Maha, don't go there. Multiple constructors and all, I'll cover to it. It will be easy. Okay. There's nothing much in that. So let's go with the constructors. I'll just create a package. I'll simply say constructors again. Okay, because you're asking me again. Constructors again, I'm just creating a different package. Don't worry, I didn't teach you what packages are. I'll cover that later. Okay. So for me to categorize the stuff, I am just creating the packages for now. So later I'll cover the packages. I'll just create a new class like this. I'll just name this class as car class. Okay, car class. I'll not create a main method inside this class. Okay. Public car. And this class I'm creating as a template. Okay. You see, we need classes to create the objects, right? So for that reason, I'm going to create this class in the perspective that I'll prepare a template and using the template, I'll create objects. Okay. So here in this class, I'll create some variables and methods like yesterday. That is string company, string model. Okay. String company, string model, double mileage, double price, string color. These are the 4 variables I created. Class, I told you, right? Class will enclose the variables and methods. Okay. Class generally encloses in Java, class encloses variables. These are the variables. And apart from these variables, we'll have methods. So methods are like this. Okay. Public, void, start car, start car. Okay. Then public, void, stop car, public void start car, public void stop car. Then one more method I'll create, public void car details. Right? Like this, I created 3 methods. Now, in this first method, I'll write the print statement saying car from company. Which company? This company plus company. Okay, having model. Which model? This model has started. Right? And here stop car, I'll write something like system.out.println car from company. Which company? This company plus having model plus this model has stopped. Then here I'll write down system.out.println company of the car is plus company. System.out.println model of the car is plus model. Then system.out.println mileage of the car is plus mileage. System.out.println price of the car is plus price. System.out.println color of the car is this color plus color. Like this I created, and yeah, that's fine. This is a car class template. Does it look like a template or not, guys? It doesn't have any main method. If required, you can also create a main method here, but I am not going to complicate that. Okay. In the same class, you can create a main method also, and you can still do whatever I did in a separate class also. Okay. Inside the main method, you can create objects for this class. All those things you can do in the same class also. But I'm taking a separate class. I'll just name this class as demo class with public static void main method this time. Now we have two classes, car class and another one demo class. In the demo class, I'll create the object for the template. This particular class template, I will create an object. How to create objects, guys? Now you guys have to focus. This, because you want to understand constructors in a better way, right? Yeah, now this is the right time for you guys to focus. Okay. Yeah, we have to use new keyword followed by the class name. Class name. And beside this class name, do I have to put circular brackets? Circular brackets do I have to put or not? Everyone, what do you say? Yes. So the moment I say new car, this will create an object for the car class. But here, the moment I put circular brackets and put a semicolon, what is this, guys? What is this part? After I put the circular brackets, what is this highlighted part? It's not a constructor. It is a constructor calling statement, like a method calling statement. It is a constructor calling statement. What is this? Everyone type in the chat box. What is this statement? Constructor calling statement. Everyone type constructor calling statement in the chat box. This should get listed in your listed for you. Okay. It's not a constructor. It is a constructor calling statement. It's calling the constructor. It's not a constructor. It's calling the constructor. That's why we are calling it as a constructor calling statement. Great. But where is the constructor? Do we have a constructor here in the car class? You see, this is going to call the constructor here, but is there any constructor here in the car class? No, right? There is no constructor in the car class. It's not visible anywhere. This is a method, this is another method, this is another method. But do we have any constructor here? No, right? Everyone is saying no, that's correct. There's no constructor here. But if there is, For example, I'll try to call a method, guys. Okay, how to call a method? Here I'll try to call a method in this from the start car. I'll call the stop car method. How to call stop car? Like this, I'll call. So this is a method calling statement which is going to call this particular method. But what if I say ABC car? What's happening? Don't worry about that, Pawan. Within the same class, you don't need object reference. Outside the class, only object reference is required to call the methods. Okay. Within the same class, if you want to call the methods, object reference is not required. Outside the class, only object reference is required. Okay. I'll cover that again. Okay. Don't worry. Those concepts will come one by one. Okay. So fine. Anyhow. So now I'm trying to call a method. What I'm getting, guys? Tell me what I'm getting here, and I'm trying to call this method. Am I getting error or not? Why I'm getting an error? Can you tell me why I'm getting this error? Method is not there, right? You see, start car is there, stop car is there, car details is there, but ABC car method is not there. I'm trying to call a method which doesn't exist. I'm getting an error. But here, I'm calling a constructor. The constructor doesn't exist. Am I getting an error? Able to understand this? I'm not getting an error. Even though the constructor is not there, I'm not getting an error. But if the method is not there, I'm getting an error. The constructor is not there, I'm not getting an error. Why? It should give me an error, right? But it's not get there. Yes, AB is saying that there is a default constructor, I guess. Okay, you're thinking right. Yes. In the car class, whether you create or not, okay, internally, this any class guys, okay, it may be demo class, it may be car class, every class once you create, right, internally, okay, internally, first it will create, okay, one constructor. Internally, there will be a constructor that will not be visible. It will be like this. You see, the constructor will be like this, right? Public name of the return type won't be there for the constructor, and the name of the constructor will be same as the name of the class, and it will be like this. Now there's a constructor, right? Now visually I created a constructor. The same constructor is already there. Whether you create this or not, Java will maintain a default constructor internally, a hidden empty constructor. What will be there in Java in every class? Hidden empty. This is visible, but it should not be visible actually. Okay, I have written it so that you can see, but in the car class, by default, there will be this kind of constructor which is in hidden mode, which will not be visible, and that will be empty constructor. That's the reason whenever you create new car, even though you are calling a constructor, even though there is no constructor here, we are not getting any error. Okay, it's like this is already there internally. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear what I am teaching you? Are the concepts clear? Right? Great. So there is a default hidden empty constructor in every class. That's the reason when you create an object, even though there is a constructor calling statement, even though there is no constructor in the class, there is no error coming because already there is this kind of hidden empty constructor which is already there. I'm removing that, but you see, still error is not coming. That's the reason, guys. Okay. Till here, clear for you. Great. Fine. Okay. Till here, clear for you. Now, what if I create a constructor here? You see, for this case, when I create an object, constructor is not required because Java is maintaining an inbuilt constructor here, which is a default and empty. Yes, yes, I'm going to show you that. Default constructor will be called automatically when we create object. Yes, when I create an object, is that particular default default hidden empty constructor is being called? What do you say, guys? Is a constructor being called or not? Whatever the constructor that is hidden and empty, which is not visible here, maintained by Java in every class, is being called or not when I create an object here? Yes, it's being called. But is it empty or not? Is it empty or not? It's empty, right? So what will happen if you call an empty constructor? Nothing will happen, right? This constructor is being called, but since that constructor doesn't have anything, nothing will happen. Hope you got my point. Is it clear? What will happen when you call a constructor which is empty? Nothing will happen, right? Mahesh, it's not correct. Okay, is that created at the time of main? You see, in this car class, there is no main method. In the car class, there is no main method. So when you create a class itself, there will be inside every class, there will be hidden empty constructor by default. Okay, it's not related to main method. Okay, it's not related to main method. Whenever you create any class, not only this car class, even this demo class with main method or without main method, doesn't matter. Every class, it will maintain a default empty hidden constructor. Okay, and when you try to create an object for that, I'll tell you at the end. Okay, the definition of the constructor. After you understand the purpose of the constructor, you need to understand the definition. Okay, so let me cover this one first. Okay, now I told you that every class will maintain a hidden empty constructor here. But what if I create a constructor? Even though there is an empty hidden constructor, but if I still create a constructor, what will happen? What will happen to that hidden empty constructor? That will be replaced by this constructor. Explicitly, if I am creating a constructor, here, okay, if I am creating an explicit constructor here, what will happen to the hidden constructor? That will be replaced by this one. This will be given the preference now. When there is no constructor, empty hidden constructor will be called by this constructor calling statement. But if I visually create a constructor, what will happen to the empty hidden constructor? That will be ignored and this will be given the preference. Getting my point? Next point is clear for everyone. Is it clear, guys? When I explicitly create a constructor, this constructor will be called. This constructor calling statement will call this constructor instead of that default empty hidden constructor. That will be replaced by this one. Okay, fine. Now here I'll write system.out.println inside car constructor. Like this, I'll say, now is this constructor empty? Now is this constructor empty constructor? No, it has some code inside it. I've written some code inside it. Now, when I create an object, is the constructor is being called or not? Is this a constructor calling statement or not? Yes, this is a constructor calling statement calling this particular constructor, right? The constructor calling statement calling this particular constructor. So, is there any code inside the constructor? Yes. This code will be executed or not? No, this time. Will this code will get executed or not? When I create an object, is this constructor being called or not? Called. And the code inside the constructor is getting executed. Let's run this and see whether we are getting an output. Did we get the output? Inside car constructor. You see, that means constructor is being called when I create an object itself. When I create an object, the constructor is being called. This constructor is being called. Right? So what if I do something like this? Int A, if I put. Okay? To the previous one, I just modified it a bit. Int A, I am printing the value of A here. So what happened here? What's happened here? Why the problem is coming? Yes. This constructor is
There is
no
no
more.
argument.
Yes. Earlier, this constructor doesn't have any parameters. Like a method, constructor also has parameters. This constructor is now having a single parameter, so I need to pass the arguments, right? While method calling also same concept, right? If you're trying to call a method which doesn't have any parameters, I can call the method like the same way, okay, without passing any arguments. But if I'm trying to call a method which has some parameters, I have to pass the same number of arguments and the same type of arguments. Similarly, in constructor also same thing. When a particular constructor has some parameters, I have to pass the arguments. Now the error is gone. You see, the moment I say 9 here, and if I run this code, because this is the main method, right? I can run the code. You see, inside car constructor, 9 got printed. 9 is passed to this A, and that A got printed here. Here, inside car constructor, and the value of 9 that is which is inside A got printed. Inside car constructor 9 got printed. So far clear, guys? What's going on?
Aaron, one doubt is like, can we write this constructor anywhere in the class, right? The position is not a problem.
No. You can write anywhere in the class. No need to write here and there. Okay, any place you can write. Okay, but I prefer writing after the variables. It looks good for me, accessible, right? After the variables, if I write right, I feel convenient. Okay, that's the only reason I'm writing at this place. You can write it in the bottom also, no problem. But still, okay. Yeah.
Demo class lo main method, sorry, in demo class we are calling inside the main method, right, sir?
In demo class, we are creating a main method. Inside the main method, we are creating objects.
We are calling constructor, right?
Yeah, this is a object creation statement or not. New car means.
Yes.
Remember yesterday I told you, right? Using the new keyword, we are creating an object for the class. But in the object creation statement itself, we have a part where which is calling the constructor.
My doubt is, are we creating a constructor inside the main method?
We are not. No. We are not creating constructor inside the main method. We are creating constructor inside the car class. We created this inside the car class. And
Okay,
here
okay.
in the main method, we are creating, because this is the template, right?
Correct, sir.
For this template, we have to create objects. In the object creation statement itself, we have a constructor calling statement. Automatically, it will be there. Okay.
Constructor calling method statement.
In object creation statement, we have a constructor calling statement. Like a method calling statement is there, na? Earlier, I taught you.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
constructor calling statement is by default in the object creation statement. That you have to understand. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Now clear for you, right, Nagvin?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Fine. So this only for explanation purpose. I created all this stuff, guys. Okay. So constructor, default constructor. Okay. That's why when you create an object, right? Empty hidden constructor is being called, kind of stuff. Okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll just write something like this. Okay. What I can do? Fine. I have to create 1 minute. Yeah. Please ask.
So, like as you told, sir, like this object creation statement by default have constructor calling statement, right, sir?
Yes.
So like, sir, is there anything like I got it as you told that new is a keyword to create an object. Okay.
Yes.
So
Correct.
like,
Correct.
so sir, like, is there anything that only doing new the object is created? We don't need to call constructor calling statement. But any like in programmatically anywhere we are doing like this, as we are creating only new an object is created and we are doing some program with that.
Okay. To get your question in a proper way, you are asking me like, is there any way where you can create an object without calling a constructor?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
It's not possible. Okay. So whenever you are creating an object, automatically you are calling a constructor, and explicitly if you don't create a constructor, it will call a default empty hidden constructor.
And so then why sometimes we give like this, right? Return new integer. That time what is happening? That day you told it is a construct object is created, right?
In the method
Object
you are saying return
new integer array.
Integer array.
Int array.
Okay, like this you mean to say?
Yeah.
It will give you an error.
So
Why? Because
here
you have to create integer array. Okay, integer
Yeah.
array is equal to.
Okay.
So for example, 3, 1, 2. Let's say. Okay,
Yeah.
like this array.
Yeah.
Now I am returning. So here you want to create an object. You mean to say? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, got it. So
Yeah.
new integer array you mean to say, and let's see, int array. Okay.
Yeah. So this concept can you?
So why you are doing all this stuff? You want to know?
Yeah, sir.
So I think this is not the right time because arrays is not covered yet. And other thing is that here we are not returning a value, we are returning an object. Okay, this is an object. We are returning an object to the method, particular method that is calling this particular method. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So object returning objects, you have some doubts regarding the returning of the objects. Okay, instead of values,
Yeah,
right?
sir.
We can also return objects. It can be
Yes,
integer
sir.
object, it can be string object, it can be any object. Okay. So
Okay.
just remind me later. Okay. So I'll
Okay.
just cover
Okay.
that later. Okay. This is not the right time. Okay. So
Okay.
anyhow, this is not the right time for that. Okay. Fine.
Fine, sir.
Because we are still in the, kind of different state. Okay. Classes, objects, and all those stuff. Okay. So fine, this concept is clear, guys. Whenever you explicitly create a constructor, this constructor calling statement will call the constructor that we have explicitly created, right? Right? In the class. Then empty hidden constructor will be ignored. Okay? Empty hidden constructor maintained by Java will be ignored. And whatever the constructor you created in the program, that will be given the preference. And this constructor calling statement will call that particular constructor. That is clear for everyone? And I say public car. Can I have multiple constructors here? So what I meant to say here is, if I try to create an object like new car of 9, here parameter is there, so it's fine. Now if I try to create an object, another object like this, new car like this, another object. Now what's happening? This constructor calling statement is giving you an error. Why? Why this constructor calling statement is giving you an error? Yeah, everyone is saying parameters are not there. So you have to pass an argument here. Is there any other way I can overcome this error?
One more constructor we can create.
Yeah, here we can create one more constructor, this time without parameters.
Yeah.
Now will the error gone? Is the error gone? Like you can have any number of methods, you can also have any number of constructors. Okay. And this constructor doesn't have any parameter. So this constructor calling statement is able to call this constructor. This constructor has a parameter, so it can call the constructor having a parameter. Okay. So system.out.println inside 0 parameters constructor. Okay. Now this constructor calling statement will call which constructor out of these two constructor, which constructor this particular constructor calling statement will call. Don't worry about overloading concept, Abhi, now. Just follow whatever I'm teaching. Okay. Yeah. This one will call the second constructor here. Right. Correct. What about this one? This constructor calling statement will call which constructor? The first one. Right. Let's see. Yes. Inside car constructor, second constructor is being called. Inside zero parameter constructor, first constructor is being called. Now, is so far clear, na? This concept is so far clear. Everyone types in the chat box if it is clear so far. Only focus on whatever I'm covering. Okay. A lot of things will come later. Okay. Whatever the doubts you have, overloading, don't worry about that. Okay. That will be covered. How this is possible, how we can create multiple constructors and all I'll cover later. Okay. Just be with me. Fine. So now here I'll create one more package just for your reference. Okay. Today I'll share you this particular code. That's the reason I am creating different copies here. The package name is empty constructors package. Okay. In this again, I'll just copy paste these two things just to save the time. And here I'll not create any constructors. Here I'll not create any constructor. And in the demo class, I'm just saying new car. This will work. This constructor calling statement, here I'll write a comment. Okay, the below constructor calling statement is calling empty hidden constructor inside car class. Is that clear, guys? This part is clear now, right? The below constructor calling statement is calling which constructor? If there is no constructor here. Okay. Here
But if we
we
call
have
that, what will be getting in the result?
will not get anything because that is empty.
Okay, then what is the use of that default constructor?
You see, the use of this default constructor is whenever you create an object, it should not give you error, right? Just think in that direction. There is no use in this. But why the Java is creating an empty hidden constructor? Because whenever you create an object creation statement, you have to put the circular brackets and all. Okay. So that's must actually. Whenever you create an object, you have to create a constructor calling statement inside that. That's what is the syntax of object creation statement. Even though there is no constructor also, we should not get any error. That's the reason an empty hidden constructor is maintained here. Able to understand or any more confusion?
Sir, is this default constructor used to initialize the objects?
No. Default constructor, default hidden empty constructor, there is no use. Java is only maintaining so that you will not get any problem. Even though you don't have any, anything to do with the constructor, still you are creating an object creation statement or not. For your purpose, are you creating an object statement or not? Object creation statement or not? And you are calling a constructor automatically. Okay. The object creation statement by default has a constructor calling statement. But if there is no constructor, this will give you an error. To overcome that error, Java is maintaining a hidden empty constructor for you internally. Able to understand now? But there is no use other than that.
Yeah. Arun, when we create a class, there is one empty constructor is creating at the time of class creation, right?
Yes.
When we call when we initialize, when we create an object inside a main method, there will be one constructor calling is happening. That is the empty constructor, right?
Yes, yes. You see, whether you need a constructor or whether you don't need a constructor, but we have to create objects or not. Tell me that answer, guys.
Yeah.
We need to create objects or not. Whether we need a
Yes.
constructor or doesn't need, we need to create objects. But object creation statement by default will have the constructor calling statement, and that constructor calling statement, if the constructor has to be there in the class, we have to explicitly create the constructor even though there is no use, right? So it will, you see, otherwise it will give an error earlier. So what the Java guys have done is, so for every object creation statement, they have made it, constructor calling statement inbuilt. So if the constructor is not there, this will give an error. So they thought of, whenever you create a class, they are creating an empty hidden constructor for us so that you will not get any error here. That's the only reason. Is it clear? Nagvani, is it clear for you? Or any confusions?
Yes, sir, clear.
Right? There is no use in this empty hidden constructor. Only the purpose Java is maintaining an empty hidden constructor is not to give an error here when you are creating an objects. You will create a lot of objects. For every object, if you keep on creating constructor in every class, that will be a problem, even though you don't need, right? So hence an empty hidden constructor is being maintained inside this class, every class, not only this class, every class. Whenever you create an object, automatically there will be a default constructor calling statement that will call a empty hidden constructor. Nothing will happen, so no problem. We can create any number of objects, even though we need a constructor, we don't need a constructor also. Okay. Yes, Mahesh, you are right. For every class, there will be an empty hidden constructor. When you create an object for the class, the constructor calling statement also will be there. And that constructor calling statement will call empty hidden constructor and it will not give you any error. That's the thing. Okay. That's the only reason empty hidden constructor is being maintained by every class in Java. Okay, what happens? AB is asking me a question. What happens if you create an object of the demo class with the main method? We can do that. New demo. I'm able to create an object for the demo class or not? Guys, whatever AV is asking me in the chat box, can we create an object for the demo class from the main method itself? Yes, I can create. You see, did I create or not? Everyone, focus on this. I'm able to create an object for the same class within the main method or not? I can create it. It don't have to be a separate class. It can be a same class also. So here, is there any constructor calling statement or not? Demo. Is this a constructor calling statement or not? Do we have any constructor visible here then in the demo class? But internally there is a default hidden empty constructor. Default inbuilt hidden empty constructor. So whether you create an object, when there is no constructor also, there is no problem coming. That's the reason Java is maintaining a hidden empty constructor in every class. Now is it clear for everyone? Type C in the chat box if this is clear for you. Okay, great. I'll remove this part. So the focus of me creating this is to show you that an empty hidden constructor will be there in every class. Okay. And here I'm creating an object and all those stuff. Okay. So fine. This also I'll close. This is for, reference I'll give today. Okay. So that you can refer the code today. I'll share this code with you guys. Fine.
Sir, if you want to duplicate the classes, just drag and drop is enough. You bought the demo and
Okay,
other
okay.
class.
From this package to another package, I copy pasted, right? That's what you are asking.
Yeah.
Just select this,
Hmm.
copy this. Control C I mentioned actually. So and then
Okay.
Control V. Okay, Control C, Control V. Okay. When you
Okay.
grab, they will move actually. So when you copy paste, it will create a duplicate copy.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yes.
So what?
Arun, sometimes you write sys out, and what is the shortcut for
Shortcut for
getting
sys out,
the whole?
right? Okay, I'll tell you.
Control space.
Yeah, Control space you have to. Okay. So here. Like this, you have to write sys o control space plus ctrl plus space keys. Two keys you have to press together. Okay. You have to type syso and then just press these two keys after this. You don't have to type the entire system.out.println. Type only syso, then control plus space together keys. Clear? Clear? What is the shortcut?
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to type the entire print statement by yourself. That will take a lot, because every time you are using print statements, that will take a lot of time. Okay. Fine. So now comes the actual part. Now everyone understood constructors part. Is it clear? Type C in the chat box. All clear about constructors now? Any doubts, any confusions in the constructors? Either type C or you can ask me the questions. Okay. Now I'll just create another package, classes, objects again. Yesterday I explained all about class and objects. Again, I'm covering that. Okay. Again, I'll create a car class as a template. Okay. As a template, I'm creating a car class template. The car class, I'm creating string company of the car. String, I'll type it fast, so that is already there. Double price, double mileage, string, color. Okay. 5 variables I created. A class will contain variables and methods. These are the variables and methods I'm going to create. Public void start car is one method. And inside this method, I'll write a print statement saying system.out. You see, you can write syso control space. Okay, you'll get that. Car having company plus this company and model car from company and having model, which model plus this model has started. Okay, I am writing this code. Now similarly, I'll write public void stop car system.out.println car from company, this company plus and having model plus model has stopped. Okay. Now one more method. You can create any number of methods. For sample, I'm creating this many variables. For sample, I'm creating this many methods. Okay. You can create any number of methods. Car details method I'll create. Car details. System.out.println. Company of the car is what is the company? This company. Plus, let's paste it. Then system.out.println. Model of the car is. So what I'm heading towards is, it's not about classes and objects, guys. It's also about what is the actual purpose of the constructor I'm going to cover. Why I'm building all this stuff? To explain you what is the purpose of the constructor. Everyone type in the chat box. What we are going to discuss? Purpose of constructors. Everyone type in the chat box. The current topic is purpose of constructors. Why we need constructors? The main reason why constructors are required. That I'm going to cover. That's the main focus. Price of the car is plus price. Then mileage of the car is plus mileage. Then color of the car. Car is plus color. Like this, I created some variables and methods. Now, along with this, I can create a main method inside this one only and create objects also here also. But visually, you'll not be able to see because I have to scroll up and down, right? So what I'll do is I'll create another class known as demo class. Finish. Okay. Fine. So here main method. Here also same thing. Main control space. Okay, like SYSO control space, print statement will come. Main control space, main method will come. So inside this method, I'm going to create object for the car class. Okay, just observe what I'm trying to do, guys. The purpose of constructor will be clear for you. Now, how to create an object for this car class? New car. So when I do new car, what will happen? When I do new car, what will happen? In the computer memory, let's say this is a computer memory. In the computer memory, some memory will be allocated for object 1. Some object will be created. The moment I say new car, object and object memory will be reserved. Okay, some memory will be reserved for this particular object. So in this object creation statement, are we calling the constructor or not? Is there a constructor calling statement or not? Yes. But do we have a constructor in the car class? Is it visible? Is it visible? No. But there is a constructor in the car class which is hidden empty. That's why we are not getting any error here. That is what you have to understand. Okay. Why Java is maintaining a hidden empty constructor here? Because whenever I create an object, okay, automatically there will be a constructor calling statement, whether we need a constructor or not. If in case we don't need a constructor also, error will not come because Java is maintaining an empty hidden constructor. Even that particular empty hidden constructor is being called also, nothing will happen. So there's no problem. Okay, that's why empty hidden constructor is being called. Fine, no problem so far. Now what I will do is, I'll just, you see, like variables, I need to, this computer memory will have some numbers like this, one. We cannot remember, like a phone number, we cannot remember the memory address of this memory, which is reserved for this object. So we have to give a name. That name is called as what? What is that name called as, guys? What is that name called as? Everyone, yesterday I covered object reference, right? Okay, I'm going to create an object reference, which is the name given to refer to the memory address of this object. Okay, what is the name I'm giving? HAMZ I'm giving, HAMZ, okay? Honda Amazed, let's say, short form. Now this one need to be declared with which data type? Car class type, car class name type, okay? I covered yesterday, right? Now, using this, I have to initialize these variables. For that, I have to write HAMZ, this object, using object reference, I have to initialize these variables or not? How to initialize these variables for this particular object? For this particular object, how to initialize these variables using the object reference. HAMZ dot company is equal to Honda, okay, semicolon. HAMZ dot model is equal to, what is the model? Amaze. Then HAMZ dot price. I'll give some price. Okay. So let's say 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs in rupees. HAMZ dot mileage 14.12. HAMZ dot color, let's say gray color. What will happen when I initialize the variables like this? All this will be like here, it will be created. Okay, explained yesterday. Company is equal to Honda, model is equal to Amaze. In the object memory, the data will be stored. Price is equal to 9 lakhs. Mileage is equal to 14.12. Color is equal to gray. Like this, all the data will be stored in the object memory. So this object reference is what? HAMZ is the object. Using this object reference, we can refer to the memory location of this particular object. Okay. And using that object reference only, we have initialized the variables. And then how to call these methods? How to call the methods of this class? Using the same object reference. HAMZ dot start car, HAMZ dot stop car, HAMZ dot car details, like this. Okay. So there is one thing that you have to understand here, guys. Okay, everyone focus here. What I'm trying to teach. Okay. Here, in order to call the methods which belong to a different class, I need to first create an object, and using the object reference, I have to call the methods or not. Yes or no? In order to call the methods which are part of a different class, I have to first create an object for that particular class, and using that object reference of the class, I have to call the methods. Right or wrong? Yes or no? Everyone type yes if it is yes. But what if, let's say I want to call this start car method from the stop car method. Okay. Otherwise, if you have the main method here, public static void main, otherwise I'll simply type, I'll create a main method here itself in the same class. Control space. Now, if I want to, sorry, this is the, otherwise I'll create a normal method, guys. Public void, some sample method I'll create. Okay. Again, static concept will come. That's the reason. Okay. Fine. Okay. So I have one more method. From this method, if I want to call the start car method, Do you have to create an object for this car class and then using the object reference I have to call the start car? Is it required? What do you say, guys? Is it required to call the, by creating an object, do I have to create an object like this new car, then using the object reference I have to call this method? This method also belongs to the same class. The sample method also belongs to the same class, and start car method also belongs to the same class. So directly start car, I'll call a method like this. Any error coming? Do I need object reference here? Guys, do I need object reference here? No. Object reference is only required when you are trying to call these methods from a different class. Able to understand method calling from a different class? You need to create an object for the class in which the methods are there, and using the object reference of that particular class, we have to call the methods. But if you try to call the methods from the same class, do you need object reference? Or do you need to create an object for the class? Not required. Okay, that's the concept you have to understand, guys. When you have to create an object, if you want to call the methods from a different class, for that different class, you have to create an object, and using the object reference of that particular object, you have to call the methods of that class. But if you have the methods in the same class, no need to create an object. Directly call the methods from the same class. Yes, Suren, you are right. Only when we need to access the methods from a different class, we need to create an object for the class. And using the object reference, we can call the methods of the other class. Okay. Otherwise, we will not be able to call the methods of other class. Okay. That you have to understand. Everyone clear with this method calling thing? Why we need to create an object for other class to call the methods of the other class? Is it clear? If it is clear, type C in the chat box, guys. Everyone type C in the chat box. If it is clear for you. Great. Slow by slow, one by one, you are learning, guys. Okay. Every topic is important. Okay. Fine. Fine. Now, similarly, I'll copy paste this just to save the time, guys. Okay. Just to save the time. Here, I'll give a different name. Second object I'm creating. Here, SW SVDI. Okay. MSVDI. Maruti Suzuki Swift VDI or something. Maruti Swift VDI. Okay. So MSVDI dot company is equal to Maruti. Second object. This is second object, guys. Okay. I'm creating a second object. This is a constructor calling statement, which is calling an empty hidden constructor here. So no error is coming here. Okay. But without constructor also, I'm able to initialize the variables, right? And all call the methods and all. Object creation, there is a reason, right? So here, Maruti, Swift VDI is the model. I'll say 8 lakhs. Here I'll say 24.77. And here it is like, red color. Okay. So what will happen here? All these details, the moment I create a new object for this car class in the computer memory, another object will be created. Object 2. Object 2. Company is equal to Maruti. Model is equal to Swift VDI. Price is equal to 8 lakhs. Then mileage is equal to 24.77. And color is equal to red. And what is the object reference for this? What is the object reference? MSVDI is the object reference. Okay. Done. Yes, MSVDI is the object reference. Okay, like that I created two objects. Now, one more object I can create. Okay. So for example, I can create 100 objects also, but I'm creating only 3 objects. For example, this one is HI20, Hyundai i20 car. New object will be created in the computer memory. A new object will be created. Memory will be allocated to the third object, that is object 3. Object 3. And here, HY UNDAI Hyundai. Model is i20. Price is 12 lakhs. Mileage is 12.77. 3, 4. Okay. Color is white. So same details will be stored in the object memory. Company is equal to Hyundai. Model is equal to I-20. Price is equal to 12x. Then mileage is equal to 12.34. Color is equal to white. Like this, the details have been stored in the object memory. And what is object reference for this? HI20. HI20 is the object reference. Okay. I think that's the one, right? HI20. Okay. So here I have to change the things, guys. MSVDI dot company, MSVDI dot model, MSVDI dot price, MSVDI dot mileage, MSVDI dot start car, MSVDI dot stop car, car details. Here HI20 dot company, HI20 dot model, HI20 dot price, HI20 dot mileage, HI20 dot color, HI20 dot start car, car details. Now if I run the code, all the details will come. You see, car from company Honda and having model company. Okay. Space. Okay. So run the code. And 3 objects related things are happening here. So I want to put a print statement here, system.out.println. Just write something like this. Okay. Now run this code, right click, run as Java application. You see, first car, second car, third car. Okay. Car started. Honda Amaze car started, Honda Amaze car stopped, Honda car details. Swift VDI car started, Maruti Swift VDI started, Maruti Swift VDI stopped, Maruti car details. Hyundai i20 started, Hyundai i20 stopped, Hyundai i20 car details. Everything came. But yeah, I did that, right? Okay. Now, guys, I told you yesterday also, I am repeating the yesterday's. Okay, I'm not taking anything new here. I want to reduce these lines. Instead of 5 lines, I want to make it 1 line. What I have to do? What was the thing that I implemented yesterday? Instead of 5 lines, I want to make it 1 line. Because tomorrow, if I have 100 objects, 100 into 5, 500 lines I have to write for initializing the variables for each and every object. Right? For every object, 5 lines if I am writing. If there are 100 objects, 100 into 5, 500 lines I have to write. So what I will do is, instead of initially, I'll use a method, guys. Okay. To understand the advantage of constructor, first we have to use method. Okay. Public void init car or some name I am giving. Okay. You can give any name. This is a method I'm creating and some extra method I'm creating. In this method, I'm going to create the same parameter: string company, string model, double price. To reduce this number of lines, 5 lines to 1 line, I'm creating a method here. Okay. Double mileage, comma, string color. These are the 5 parameters I'm creating. For every variable, I'm creating a parameter. Now, I would like to assign. Now I want to pass this. I want to call this method. Okay. Here I would like to call the method. How to call the method? Using the object reference. HIMZ dot init car. Now I have to pass all this data. I'm going to pass this. Honda Amaze 9 lakhs 14.12 gray. I'll remove this. Okay. Now I don't need. Have I converted for that 5 lines to 1 line or not? Guys, have I converted that 5 lines to 1 line or not? Yes.
Arun,
Similarly,
here in
yeah.
car class, we have declared string company, string model, double price, and in method also we mentioned, is it required 2 times?
These are parameters. These are variables. These are global variables
Oh,
which are required
okay.
throughout the class.
Okay.
But these are parameters which are specific to this method only. The
Okay.
reason for the parameters is to receive these arguments from this method calling statement. This method
Oh,
calling statement will pass the arguments to these parameters. And from these parameters, we are going to assign the data to the global variable so that remaining all methods in this class can access. Okay,
okay. Got it.
that's the concept. Okay, so now here I'll say company is equal to global variable company is equal to company. Okay, global variable model is equal to model. Global variable price is equal to price. Parameter price. Then global variable mileage is equal to parameter mileage. Whatever the data that these parameters of this method are receiving from this method calling statement, right, need to be assigned to this global variables. Okay, color is equal to this color. Try to practice this session multiple times, guys. It's very important topic. Okay, yesterday's and today's session. Try to practice multiple times. Okay, so what's happening is there's a problem here. When I double click here, is this a global variable really? Is this a global variable? What is getting highlighted when I double click here? Parameter. What about double click here? Same parameter. Double click here, parameter. Double click here. I'm assigning a parameter to parameter only. I was thinking that I'm assigning this parameter to the global variable of the class. But is that happening? Is that happening, guys? It's not happening. Okay, so one method is that I give a different name to the parameters, I give a different name to the global variables. Okay, now company is company, whereas the C is a parameter. C is a parameter. Okay, just giving a different name. Here M I am giving. Instead of model I am giving. Instead of price I am giving P. Instead of mileage I am giving MI. Otherwise, instead of color I am giving CO. Now I can differentiate, right? Here instead of model M. Instead of price P. Instead of mileage MI. Instead of color CO. Okay. Now it will work fine. You see company, it is a global variable, whereas C is a parameter. Whatever the argument, this owned argument is coming to C, right? That is getting assigned to the company global variable or not. Global variable or not. Now it's working fine or not after doing these changes. What do you say, guys? Right? And all the other methods in the same class can access all these global variables. These global variables can be accessed. Here global variable is accessing, here global variables, all the global variables data will be passed by the global variables to this particular methods and all. Okay, now things are good. Similarly, I'll change this one. msvdi dot init method init car Maruti Swift VDI 8 lakhs 24.77 and then red. That's it. Now I don't need these 5 lines. I reduced 5 lines to single line. Here also, I can reduce this 5 lines to single line. hi20 dot. I just need to call this method, which is helping me in initializing this class variables with the data that I'm passing from this, right? I don't need to write 5 lines to initialize the variables of the class for this particular object. Okay. $12.34, then white. Now I'm not initializing from this demo, this main method. Rather, I'm initializing with the help of this method. That's why instead of 5 lines, I was able to write the 1 line. Am I getting the same output? I have to check it, right? Let's run this and see with this method. With the help of this, there is some error here. Where is the error? Yeah, here double quote is missing. Now the error is gone. Save this. Yeah. Now run this. After I converted this initialization part to the method initialization, am I getting the same output? Phone damage started, stopped, phone damage details. Maruti Swift started, stopped, Maruti details. Hyundai i20 started stock, Hyundai i20 details. Is it working same or not? After initializing that with a method, working same. So I was able to reduce to one line. Now I became more greedy where, I don't even want this single line to initialize the variables. What's the solution here? How can I even reduce a single line, still be able to initialize these variables? With the help of what? PN is saying constructor. What about others? What do you also think the same thing? Yesterday only I covered this, right? But you are not able to understand the constructor, so I have repeated it. Now, Nagavini, getting the point?
Till now it's clear, Arun.
Till now it's clear, na? So what I am saying is, now I want to even reduce this line.
Okay.
So what I will do is, here I am going to create a constructor, public. The constructor will not have any return type. You know that, right? Void will not be there. And constructor name should be same as a class name, car. And create. Now, all the same parameters. Copy this. Instead of method, I am using what? For initializing, instead of the method, I am using what? Constructor. And all these things I am moving here. That's it. Now I'm getting error here in the constructor calling statement. Why? Why I'm getting error here?
Expecting parameters.
This
Arguments.
constructor has parameters. Now I have to pass the arguments from the constructor calling. This is a constructor calling statement, right? Here I need to pass the arguments because there are 5 parameters here in the constructor. So now I have to pass 5 arguments. These 5 arguments I'll pass. Error gone. Here also same thing. All the 5 arguments I'll pass from this constructor calling statement. All these 5 arguments I'll pass from the constructor calling statement. Now, is there any requirement I have to call this method? Since constructor is only helping me in, while creating the object only, the constructor calling statement is being there. And because of that, constructor is being called and the global variables are getting initialized automatically. Do I need an extra statement to create a method and initialize the variables? What do you say,
But
Nagavini?
what we have saved here, we just removed one line and added one line. What is the saving here?
This is anyhow required, right? Object creation statement is already there, whether you need or not. We have said one line, right? This line is not required. Now one line got reduced or not?
But we added one more.
Where we added? Which
Car
line?
hams, new car, constructor one.
We have not added. It's already there now. Object creation.
Existing default one.
Default one. This is an already
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Within the same line only we are passing the arguments I am saying.
Okay.
You don't need an extra line for this purpose. In the
Okay.
same object creation statement only, the constructor is being called. There only we are passing the arguments and we are initializing the variables of the class for that particular object. Able to understand now? Now the lines got reduced or not for initializing? Yes. So in the object creation statement itself, anyhow we are calling the constructor. So if we utilize the constructor for initializing the variables will get initialized for that particular object. I don't have to create a separate method and like this, I don't need to create a method. I can remove this, delete this method or not now. If I have a constructor here, I'm reducing this line for separately creating a method and calling that method to initialize the variables. Now constructor itself is actually initializing the variables for me. Do I need this method anymore? Guys, do I need this method anymore? No, right? I can remove this. I'll remove this method as it is not required anymore to initialize the variables. Anyhow, constructor is taking care of the initialization part. And here, you see, while creating an object itself, I am calling the constructor and passing the arguments. And my arguments are getting initialized to this particular class variables for that particular object. Done. So now tell me, what is the purpose of constructor? After listening to all these things, what is the purpose of constructors? What is the purpose of constructors? Everyone has to answer me. What is the purpose of constructor? Someone was asking me what is the definition of constructor. So definition of the constructor is nothing but purpose of constructor. Constructors simplify the what? Constructors simplify the initialization of class variables. Why we use constructors in Java? To simplify the initialization of the class variables. Are they simplifying the process or not? Is the constructor helping us in simplifying the process of initializing the variables or not, guys? I don't have to write 5 lines here, 0 lines. That 5 lines got reduced with 0 lines. There are no more 5 lines here. And still I am able to initialize the variables. In the same object creation statement, I am able to call the constructor and initialize the variables. Is the initialization process simplified? The moment you are creating an object, you are initializing the variables. Is that simplified process or not? Constructors are the means in Java programming to initialize, to simplify the process of initializing of the variables. Okay. So that is what is constructors. All this I have to explain just to explain this single point. That is the purpose of the constructors is to simplify the initialize of the class variables. Using methods also we can initialize. But constructors are more better than methods. Because if I have to initialize the variables with the help of methods, I have to create the method here and here an extra line I have to write hamz.initialize method. I have to call that explicitly, but I don't have to call that explicitly. While creating the object only, I'm initializing the variables. So within the object creation statement only it is being done. That's how the simplification process is being done. Okay. Now everyone is clear with these concepts. Now after using the constructor for initializing these variables, and calling the constructor calling statement with arguments to initialize the variables and all. If I run the code, will I get the same output? Let's see that. Am I getting the same output? Honda MS started stopped. Honda MS details. So Maruti Swift VDI started stopped. Maruti Swift VDI details. I-20 Honda I-20 started stopped. Honda I-20 details. Did I get the same output or not? I got the same output with a simplified process, right? I got the same output with a simplified process. Is it clear so far? Guys, is it clear so far? Is it, for everyone, is it clear without any doubts? Or
Sir,
any doubts are there still?
yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, concept is very clear, sir. No doubt, sir. Only thing is that definition you told, right, to perform the initialization of variable.
To
So
simplify.
instead of,
To simplify.
yeah, sir. Instead of this, if we say that to perform initialization of object, is it wrong?
That is also correct, but the main purpose is to simplify. With methods also you can initialize, right? You see, constructors can also initialize, methods can also initialize. What is the difference between methods and constructors? Constructors can make it more simple. While creating object only, you are initializing the variables. That's the simplification process I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying constructors' purpose is to simplify the initialization of class variables for that particular object. Okay?
Yeah. Because I noted this from some website while studying
And don't
this.
worry about the websites. You see, your understanding is more important than definitions. Okay? What you are
Okay, sir.
understanding is more important. Okay? So things will be more clear for you. Don't worry. Okay? So try to understand definitions and all those things later. Okay?
I don't know, one more doubt.
Yeah.
Section is being used for the object creation also, right?
Which one?
Object creation, constructor. We are calling the constructor.
When you are creating the object, automatically you are calling the constructor. You can say like that.
Yeah. Okay.
When you are creating an object, automatically you will call a constructor. And if there is no explicit constructor created, that constructor calling statement will call the hidden empty constructor in Java. Okay, that's the only thing. Okay.
Okay.
Now, one more thing I have to explain, guys. Just focus here. So here, there's a problem still. What is the problem is, can anyone understand what is C by looking at C? Can you say C is a company? Is it readable? Is the code readable here? M means model. P means price. Can you understand like that? MI means mileage. CO means color. Can you understand that? Yes or no? No, right? This has become The readability got reduced. But I want, I want company only to be here. I want company to be here. I want model to be here so that I can understand well. I want price to be here instead of P. I want mileage to be here instead of MI. I want color to be here instead of CO. So that readability will be there. The parameters I can understand which parameter, what and all. But the problem here is, if I say company is equal to company and model is equal to model and price is equal to price and mileage is equal to mileage and color is equal to color. Color is equal to color. Then what is the problem, guys? What is the problem I am facing? If I focus on readability, what is the problem I am getting? You see, I'm assigning the parameter to the same parameter only. I'm assigning this parameter to this this global variable of the class. In this case, I'm assigning the parameter to the global variable of the class. No, I'm assigning the parameter to parameter. But if I change it to C kind of thing, readability is going off. Two problems are there here. I still want this parameter name to be company, but still I want to assign this parameter to the global variable. For that, to differentiate this class variables from the parameters, even though they have the same name, there is a keyword known as this keyword, this dot. The moment I say this dot, it will become a global variable. You see, the moment I say this dot, it's referring the company. If I don't provide this, it is referring to the parameter. This dot model. Now, this model, this dot price. This will become global variable. Normal price is this parameter. This dot mileage is global variable. Normal mileage is parameter. This dot color is global variable. Normal color is parameter. Now you're able to understand what is the purpose of this keyword. To segregate or differentiate the class variables from the parameters, we have to use this keyword. Okay. Now you'll get the same output. Run the code again. Right click run as Java application. You got the same output without any problem. And we are not compromising the readability. The reason why we are using this keyword, tell me guys, why we are using this keyword? To not compromise the readability of the parameters. To compromise the readability of the parameters, we are using this keyword. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if we are using this to after that equal, will that work? Company is equal to this dot company.
That is wrong, right? Why you want to assign a global variable to a parameter? That is wrong, right? In this case, you want to assign you see what's happening in this program is this constructor calling statement is passing the argument to this parameter. That value we have to pass to the class variable. If you reverse this one, what is the use? You're getting my point?
Okay, understood.
Honda will go into parameter. That value will have to go to class variable. So first class variable is equal to parameter should be there. Then only this Honda will be assigned to the class variable, global variable. And that global variables will be accessed by all the other methods. That's the reason we are getting the output like this with all the details. Okay. Clear now? Everyone
Here,
clear?
here this dot company is global one, global company.
Variable. Though the global variable and parameter now have the same name, to differentiate the global variable from the parameter, to this name we have to add this. It becomes a global variable. The one which doesn't have this will become a parameter. Okay.
Okay.
Clear? This keyword is clear now? And constructors is clear. Classes and objects is clear. Everything is clear. Any doubts? Great. So any doubts you can ask me now, guys. And if you guys want to leave to office or something, you can leave. So I'm done with today's session. I'll just rename this. Okay. I'll just rename this to, this keyword otherwise. Okay. Refactor. Where is this refactor option? Refactor. Rename. I'll say this keyword. Okay. I want to explain about this keyword. So I covered this. Okay. That is extra thing I covered today. Anyhow, this is covered yesterday only. So this keyword, as part of this keyword, I covered this one. Okay. Fine. So fine. 1 minute. Yeah, you can ask me the doubts meanwhile. No problem.
Not regarding the concept, sir. Sir, when you are typing, right? So like the space you are giving, right? It's looked very neat. So like how to give this space? Like I when I and do the code, right? I won't do like this space, this much spacing I won't give. So like, is there any rule to give space when you create a class and uh, create a
Which space you mean to say? This space? This space
no, sir,
like that?
that like in the car class, right? You're adding
Alignment. He's
alignment.
talking about alignment.
Okay. So you see when I put the curly brace here and press enter, where the cursor is there?
In line
Here
number
it is.
4.
Line number 4 with some default, I didn't give
Yeah,
this. Automatically it
yeah, yeah.
came. I'm using that automatic thing, but I gave a single line gap so that, it will look neat. Okay. I just press, you see, generally it will be like this, right? The moment you create a class and press enter, it will come here. But if I start typing here, it won't look good. So I'm going to the 5th line, I'm typing. Okay.
Yeah, so when we are creating the method, so like inside the method,
You
all
see,
the strings.
everywhere the cursor is there here only. Okay. I'm just giving a gap and then starting typing here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, sir, I got it, sir. I'm
Mm.
saying that now, is there any rule that we should give like this space, or
There
like
is no
directly?
rule, but if you practice like this, the way you are giving spaces and all, if you practice like this, right, it will be good. Okay. Yeah, you guys have to practice. Okay. Like everyone can write, right, in their own way. Some people writing will look bad, and some people writing will look good. So what they will do? They will practice it to get that goodness, right? The cursive writing or whatever the people practice to make that look good. They have to practice. This also will come with the practice only. Okay. And also there is a shortcut for this. I don't remember the shortcut, but I'll try to get the shortcut for you.
Yeah,
Since you asked me.
actually,
I think
Arun,
control I
one
Yeah, one
option
minute.
is there.
What is that?
In the Eclipse itself, one option is there.
Hmm.
Right click, source will be there, format.
Right click.
Source, it's down.
Source.
Source, format.
Format. Okay.
It will keep
Yeah.
everything in a format.
Okay. Okay. And shortcut is also there.
I think
And
control I
yeah,
think so.
control I guess one more thing. Source also, you see, control shift F is a keyword. Control shift F to format. Okay. If you are not good with this, right, then press control shift F after writing all the code, right? Press control shift F.
Okay, okay.
Control shift F. Okay. That will. So let's try to, just change something like this and say control shift F. Okay, it's working, right? The shortcut is control shift F.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Okay, fine. Even whatever they said is also correct. So source, if you don't remember the shortcut, come to here, source and format, you'll get the shortcut here. Okay, that's a very good shortcut. Fine. So here also I'll say control shift F to see if anything is okay. That's good. Some spacing will come between the commas and all extra things. Okay. Fine. Anyhow, that is good. This keyword is covered today, and you are asking me the doubts. Keep asking me the doubts. Any other doubts? Meanwhile, I'll just share the notes and all.
I don't know, one doubt is like uh, for price we can use 6.8 lakhs or something, right? We are using double data type, right?
Yeah, we can use it. If you want a 6.8 lakhs kind of text and all, you have to make it string type in that case.
If I would like to use 6.8 L, we can use string or any other data type
Better
is
to
there.
use a string. In that case, better to use string.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a topic I'm covering. This is very important topic. So it's taking time. No worries, guys. We came till this keyword. Okay. I completed till this keyword. Methods, variables, classes, objects, constructor, and this keyword. And remaining are overloading, inheritance, overriding, and a few more topics are there that will come later. Okay. Tomorrow I'll cover. Okay. So any other doubts or questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can leave, guys. Only the people who are new to the batch can stay in the meeting. Would like to talk to them, Surena and Onkar.
Sir, that
Uh,
video, So that you in YouTube channel, right? Your YouTube channel, sir. Sir,
Ah,
I'm following that videos, sir. You are putting right the automation
yes,
videos.
yes, yes.
Sir, so sir, like, sir, how like, I want to know that, sir, like, is it like your the framework you are doing and like that you are going to do further, or like in the class itself you are now creating and doing the functionality?
I didn't get that question. Come again.
Sir, that tutorials which you are teaching, right? So will you teach there like hybrid framework, or like now the how you are like automating the website? You are basically automating the website.
Hmm.
That I got it. So I mean
Hmm.
to say that you teach the framework also further in that itself.
Here you mean to say?
No, sir. Your YouTube channel, right? In your YouTube
In the
channel.
YouTube channel, already framework videos are there, right?
No, sir. No, the new videos you are posting every day, right? That
New
uh,
videos I'm posting every day.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
my
That
YouTube channel, you mean to ask?
yeah, yeah, yeah. In there, like
In Telugu, you mean to say?
no, sir. Now new one concept you are teaching, right? Automations. You are automating one website, right?
Practice automation here, right? Yeah, yeah. I am going to convert that into framework in the later parts. So
Okay, okay, okay.
slowly it will
Sir,
become framework
okay,
naturally.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay, okay.
It's
So
not only
there now,
practice. Yeah. Hmm.
so there now you are using if condition, right? Later you will be using assertion and all those things, right? Uh,
Yes, yes, correct. Yes, already I
okay,
started using assertions. In the beginning videos, if conditions were there, and later
okay,
in the
okay.
upcoming videos, right, I already started. Maybe you have not watched
Oh,
my latest videos there.
oh, I have
Okay.
not seen, sir. I will
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
sir.
yeah,
It was
fine.
very nice, sir. It was very
Yeah,
nice, sir.
great. I'll do that. That's the main intention, right? That is the main initiative I'm doing. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I'll also guide you guys in the sessions also in the coming days. Okay, how to
Okay,
take
sir.
advantage of those videos and all. Okay, I'll guide you there. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So
Okay,
yeah,
sir.
fine. Welcome. Any other questions, guys? So I'm just yeah. Today's notes is same as the previous sessions notes. Somewhere here, just go back to the previous sessions. Okay. Yeah, this one January 8 notes are same. From January 8 only, I'm teaching the same thing. Okay, the same notes you can take. So and after that, today's code I have to put it here. So if you have any questions, you can stay, and the other people, Suren and Onkar, be also there in the meeting. Okay, remaining all people can leave. Okay, if you don't have any questions, Suren and Onkar can stay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank. Okay, welcome, guys. Yeah, bye, Abby. Fine. So I have to right click properties. So Suren and Onkar, what I do every day is like every day in the Telegram group. Hope you are part of the Telegram group, right?
Yes, sir. We are part.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah. So what I do every day is that in the Telegram group, I share all the details, okay? Assignments and all those stuff, okay? So you see today's notes, if any notes are there, I'll share there, okay? Otherwise, if any code I am sharing, the code link also I'll share. I'm just uploading the code to the GitHub repository and sharing. I'll explain about GitHub and all later, but this is just for just to share the code I'm doing this, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry if you don't understand what I'm doing here. I'm just, sharing the code with everyone, okay, with the help of GitHub and all. So copy this and just maintaining a local repository and then uploading the code. This process I do every day. Whatever the code I teach on that particular day, I copy paste to this location and I'll upload that updated code to the GitHub repo. I share the details of the GitHub repo in the Telegram group, okay? So you can see the process, what I'm doing, so that you'll get used to it. So you don't, I have not explained about this git commands and all yet. Okay, this is for my purpose I'm doing. Today I have Teach about this keyword, right? This keyword and constructors.
Sir.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Guys, you can ask me what you are trying to ask.
Actually मैंने कल से ज्वाइन किया है सर.
Onkar, right? Onkar. Yeah.
Yes,
Onkar.
Onkar.
You started from yesterday only?
Yes sir.
Okay.
So अभी तो स्टडी कर रहा हूँ. कुछ
Hmm.
आज और कल 2 दिन में आपका पूरा वीडियोस करूंगा. तो कुछ
ठीक,
डिफिकल्टी आएगा
fine,
तो मैं
fine.
आपको पूछ सकता हूँ सर.
Sure. You can ask me. You have time, right? Maybe we'll take an off on Monday also. You'll get more
Okay.
time. Why? Because Monday we have this festival, na? Sankranti festival.
Yes
So,
yes sir.
so you guys will get a gap. Okay. So Suren, this is for you also. Okay.
Right.
You will get gap. Maybe you are understanding, right, Suren? Today, whatever I taught so far.
Yes, sir. I understood what was taught.
But to make it more clear and all better, I also recommend you to watch the previous recordings. I'll tell you what you have to watch and all by Monday. Okay. And if any doubts also, you can ask me. Okay. No problem. And also for you guys, right? Not only this batch, you are eligible for next batch also. Okay. You can continue my next batch also if if you are not able to get anything right. So only the reason why I asked you guys to join today's this batch itself is that I don't want to waste your time because you see how much time the sessions are taking for me, right? Every day I'm clearing all the doubts. That will take a lot of times, and if I keep you waiting for 1 month, 2 months, right, that won't be good. So I asked you guys to start right away, and I'll just give you that 4 to 5 recordings that will go through easily and will be with me, right? Kind of. Okay.
Okay sir.
That's the plan. And you are eligible for attending the next batch also without any problem. If you still feel that, I want to even go with that kind of, okay? If you have that feeling, okay? That's the plan.
Okay sir.
So
Okay sir.
hope you are able to understand at least, and you have the time also till Monday. We have the time tomorrow. I'll take a session, and after that 3 days you'll get a gap. Just
Okay.
try to revise all the things, whatever it's possible for you. I'll give the recordings. Okay. I'll give all the recordings. I'll give the access and all. And by Monday you can, and from Tuesday, right, everything will be clear for you. Okay.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
That's the plan. So, and apart from this, so what I do here is just see what I'm trying to do, because this, I think, Onkar, I think it's clear for you, right? All the
Yes
things?
sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yeah. You all already know this process, right? What I do every day. Sorry, to go to github.com. Any other problem you have, Onkar, apart from this?
नो सर, अभी स्टडी चालू की है कल से. थोड़ा कल मेरे को कुछ दिक्कत आएगा तो मैं आपसे बात कर सकता
Sure. No problem. Or any doubts you have till now, apart from that?
हूँ. नो सर.
Understanding, na? Things,
Yes.
everything you are understanding. Okay.
Yes.
If you understand Java, Selenium is nothing, guys. Okay, there's nothing in Selenium actually. Selenium is just commands. Okay, only Java is important. What I feel, but Selenium also advanced levels are there. Frameworks. Okay, if you have good knowledge of Java, frameworks are also easy. Nothing in that. Okay. And whatever I'm teaching yesterday and today, whatever I taught, right, that is very, very important. Okay. Even next 1 or 2 sessions are also going to be very important.
Arun, and how much Java should we know for frameworks and stuff? Is it advanced or still core Java is sufficient?
No, advanced is not required. Only core Java is enough.
Even for framework design and stuff?
Framework also core Java is enough. Okay. With the programming logic only, we create the frameworks every time. Okay.
Okay.
So fine. Today, you see, constructors is one item. Yeah, constructors and constructors again. Yeah. Let me see what is the difference. One thing is empty constructors. Okay, empty constructors in one location. I have to. Otherwise, I'll do one thing. I'll just give this location and ask you guys to go through these folders. That will be good. Today's code. Okay, I'll share the code every day like this. Okay, today's code I'll share, and in the above, check these folders. What are the folders you need to check? So empty constructors is one folder you have to check. Empty empty constructors with one folders. You have to check. And initialize with methods yesterday only. Today you can see here 4 minutes. Constructors again is one thing.
Constructors again.
Yeah. Constructors again is one thing. And
This
you can
keyword.
see here one more 4 minutes is there. That is this keyword. This keyword. Okay. This folders, if you check, you will get all the code. Okay. For example, if you go
Yes.
inside this, for example, this keyword,
Hmm.
and you can get the car class concepts, and you will also get this. Again, you go back and demo.java, you'll get the demo class code also. You can copy from here. You can copy here, or copy like this, whatever it is, or you can download the entire project also if you want. Okay, you can go back here and then just say here download zip. Your entire project folder will be downloaded. Okay, anything. So code sharing is clear for you, Suran?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So and check our Telegram. Okay, check our Telegram thing. Just keep going back so that everything will be there. Okay. So a lot of assignments I have given. So whenever you get time, keep going back. Okay, keep going back.
Okay.
So I want you to learn from this part. I'll give you the number also. Just give me a second. I'll give you the number from where you have to first, One minute. Give me a second. I'll tell you. Day 11, I guess, I feel. Getting started with Java. Day 11. Yeah. From day 11 to today's day. Okay.
वही पूछना था सर, 11 से जावा चालू है, सो फिर मैं उससे
Yes.
करता हूँ.
Yeah. From day 11 onwards. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
From day 11 onwards, you start. Here it will be clearly mentioned today's recording, day 11. Okay. From day 11 recording, you start.
Okay,
Till
sir.
now. Okay. So from there you learn. That is enough for now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And you have this time till Monday, 15th. 3 days holidays will be there. Saturday, Sunday, and anyhow I'll not teach. 15th also will have time. I'll not take any session on 15th. I'll announce that tomorrow anyhow. Okay. From 16th onwards, I think you guys will be on track. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And if you need still any problems also, let me know. I'll just clear it out for you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I'll be there for you. No need to worry. Okay. Fine.
Okay, sir.
And what I generally do every day is after this, after sharing the code and all, the next part is I have to share the assignments. Okay. Today, assignments will be something like this. Okay. Assignment 1. Okay. Create a bank class template and try empty constructors. Okay, empty constructors. Assignment 2. What is assignment 2? Create bank class template and explicitly create a constructor which overrides empty hidden default constructor. Okay, one by one. Then assignment 3, create bank class and create objects to call the methods in bank class. Okay. Assignment 4. Like that, I keep on giving assignments every day so that you guys can practice. Okay. So whatever
Okay,
I
sir.
taught. So, and create constructor in bank class to simplify the initialization of variables. Okay. Assignment 5. Very simple. Whatever I taught, if you understand and that particularly, you can easily do this assignments. Okay. There's nothing. use this keyword to separate, to distinguish class global variables with constructor parameters. Okay, like this. Okay, so what else? Any other thing left out? I think that is fine. Okay, so if you combine yesterday assignments with today assignments, everything will be good, I guess. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. More about constructors and this keyword today assignments. And after the giving assignments, I will simply say that recording of today's session will be uploaded soon here. Okay. So maybe after 1, 2, 3 hours, right? I'll go give the recording here. Okay. I'll place the recording. You see, day 19 recording, right? Today, day 20 recording, I'll paste here. Okay. Just wait for that. Meanwhile, you can check the previous videos.
Okay, and
All
we
clear?
did not have access to the previous videos.
Yeah, you'll not get that good that you have reminded me. I'll just give you right away access. Okay, just be there. I'll share you. Don't worry. I'll just I'll do that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Any
And
other
one other
problems?
question.
You will get a notification email. Okay, once I give access, right, you'll get a notification email. Check your email. Okay.
Okay. And these assignments, like, do we just do it in our local machine?
Yeah, you have to do in local machine only, and the update regarding that you can post in the QFox group. I think did Javed add you in the QFox group?
In WhatsApp?
Yeah, in WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, he added us to batch one.
That one.
Batch
In that group, you can, if you are done with the assignment, you can mention that this particular day assignment I completed.
Okay.
Just don't have to show me the assignment and all. It's for your benefit only, right? I give assignments. If you are able to do all the assignments I give you, your confidence will rise. That's the only reason. And as a group, we are learning something, right? If you put such kind of messages in the group, right? So you may get motivated by other people messages, and you may get motivated with other people may get motivated with yours and all. And we people, tomorrow also this batch need to, this is behind training. I told you, right? Later also we'll be in touch, and we'll discuss a lot of stuff there in the group. Okay, so that we can go to the next levels and all. Okay, that's the plan.
Oh, okay, sir.
Fine. So any other doubts, questions? I'll give you the access. You will get the emails. Okay. I think Monkar, you already got the access, right?
Yes, sir. I got the access.
Okay. I think Suren, I'll give the access. Fine. I think the Gordon is also there. Gordon, I didn't see you there. Okay. So sorry.
Yeah, I joined in the middle of the class.
Oh, fine. Okay, Gordon. Fine, no problem. Gordon, we are in between Java actually. I want you to go through the previous recordings, okay? So I pinged you in the chat box, right? Day 11 onwards, okay? You have the time till 15th.
Yeah, so
Monday.
you just give me the access, like.
Yeah, I'll give you the access. Maybe in after I end this meeting, right? Within 15 minutes, you will get an email, okay? A notification will come. So go there and access. And also in our Telegram group, we have posted all the video links, okay? Recordings, okay? So after I provide the access, you will be able to watch them. Watch starting from 11th video, okay? Day 11 onwards, okay? I told you, right? Just now, okay? The way. And if any problems are there, we can discuss, okay? Tomorrow and, on after Monday also, we can discuss. And I would like you to get into track, okay? Without any, I'll be there for you, okay? Fine?
All right.
That's the plan.
All right, thank you.
So anything is there, just let me know, okay? Every day we have this kind of, meeting, and followed by meeting, we have doubt session. If anything is there, you can be there in the meeting till the end, and you can ask me. And, we can get the things going on, okay?
Okay.
Fine, that's the plan. Everything fine, right, Gordon?
Yeah.
Great, fine. Okay, guys. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, do we have any discussion groups or something like that? Like, for example, if you have any doubts or something, where we post, because I see there is one WhatsApp group where everyone is added.
Yeah, that is a discussion group only. In that WhatsApp
We
batch
can.
one discussion group, right? There you have to do the discussion. If you have anything, other people may help you out, or even I may help you out. Okay, in that.
Okay. Okay.
The same WhatsApp group, batch one. I think Javid has joined you, right? That one.
Right. Right. Right.
There itself, okay? There itself. If you still have any doubts, daily we have ample time, right? Even after the session, I'm continuing it, right?
Right. Right.
You can ask me here, okay? So I don't mind you ask me any number of questions here, okay? You can be there, still be there, and keep asking me until things are clear for you.
All right.
There is
So
no end point for
one
the
more thing.
meetings in the morning. Okay.
Like, one more thing is like I just browsed through the Telegram group, right?
Mm, mm.
And there have been a lot of instructions to go over like JavaScript and even about DOM and stuff.
Yes, yes, yes. In the beginning, right?
Right. Yeah.
In the beginning, I cannot, whatever I cannot cover in the sessions, I am giving that links. You guys have to go through. That is an extra knowledge purpose only. For example,
Okay.
DOM, this video. If you watch it, it's for your benefit, kind of. But it's not required for the training.
Okay. Understood. Okay.
Some basics I covered, but ultimately, if you want to become, more good in this, you have to watch it by yourself. Okay. So that instructions I gave. Not only this one, but somewhere here HTML and all those things also I gave, I guess. Okay. So it's all your time. You have to spend a lot of time on this, apart from trainings, you have to watch. Just go one by one. For now, don't go with the previous ones. Later, until 15th date, don't worry about the previous stuff. Okay. So till the 15th date, I told you right clearly in the instructions, day 11 onwards only you have to start. After 15th date, you can go back if you want. You can start from the day one, okay? If you want. Slowly. That is not that much important for us, okay? But
Okay, the first 10
whenever
classes like
first
not were
10 classes
covered.
you can ignore, okay? You can ignore for now, okay? After day 15, when I start on day 16, right? I mean this one, sorry. Tuesday, 16th of January. By the time you will complete 11 to whatever today, right? Day 11 to day to today's 20 or whatever it is, right? After that, you will go back to the previous sessions and you will also refer them. Kind of. That's the plan.
Okay. So
Got
my
the
question
idea?
is like what were covered on those 10 days? Like is it, just Selenium basics or?
You see, these are very basic stuff. That is very basic stuff. Okay. And that is very basic stuff like, what exactly is Selenium kind of stuff. What are the different versions we have in Selenium? Like that kind of stuff. No Java programming, even Selenium IDE. Okay. So,
Okay.
so you can just go through this and,
okay.
I don't
I
think,
think I have a.
you
I'm
see
sorry.
what are
I
test
think I have a
scenarios, test cases. Yeah.
Okay.
HTML.
Okay, got it. So you covered this. Okay.
Basic web technologies like HTML, CSS. Some HTML and CSS. This is HTML, CSS, basic technologies. Then some locators basics. That's it. Then Java started. These are very basic stuff. You can easily go through that. Okay.
Okay, sure.
But that I told you, right? Again, they will be repeated for you in the next coming sessions. Okay. Till then,
Okay,
if
sir.
you don't want to wait, you can watch the recordings. I mean to say, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me out. I'll be there.
Yes, sir.
That's the plan. Okay. So those first 10 are very basic. You don't have to worry. That I consider as one module, that first 10. And second module is Java and Selenium that you are currently now, that you can take it as a separate part. After that, software testing module will be there. Whether if you are interested, you will be there. Otherwise, you don't have to join the software testing module. Mostly software testing module, I'll try to take it in the weekends for them. Okay.
Okay, that is like basics of
basics of, because there are some people in the batch who even doesn't know anything about software testing.
Okay.
For them, I may shift to weekend and, for on weekends, I'll take some, I'll try to cover up them. Okay. But mostly we'll focus on weekly days. We'll focus mostly on Selenium Java automation only.
Okay, sure.
So for the first 10 sessions also, why I taught all those things is that there are a lot of people who are new to software testing. So without telling them some basic concepts of software testing, I cannot begin, right? So that's where, I have been taken some sessions on, basic technologies and software testing basics like that. Okay. In the first 10 sessions, along with locators.
Okay. Okay.
Fine, na?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I think you are comfortable now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, then you guys can leave. I'll give Suren and Gordon, I'll give you that access, okay, after this meeting, okay? In 15 minutes, you'll
Sure,
get.
thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
then.
sir.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
See
you.
you
Thank
tomorrow.
you so much.
Welcome,
Bye.
welcome.
Bye.
See you
Okay,
tomorrow.
sir.
Bye.